Speaker, the statements that have been requested by Senators Koriro, Sotsi, and Senator Hamida are the clearest indication of how lost we are as a country, Honorable Speaker. There is a big problem in this country and we need to address it. So sample this, Speaker. Yesterday there was a report that 4 people in a place called Ginda in Sako constituency of Marsabit were killed by bandits. Senator Osotsi has told us that they are marauding gangs running around Vihiga, killing people, Honorable Speaker. We have had incidents, Honorable Speaker, of bodies being dumped in a mass grave in Kericho, and nobody can tell us what is going on in that particular instance. At the very same time, the minister responsible for Interior is telling us that he knows where every one of us sleeps and who we sleep with. That he has focused his surveillance on us in the political class, Honorable Speaker. That he can tell where Sifuna has slept and who we have slept with. But he cannot tell you, Honorable Speaker, he cannot tell you as a Minister for Interior how somebody can be able to sneak into a ward at KNH and stab a patient and murder a patient in the bed. Honorable Speaker, at the very same time, I am asking myself, how can somebody who's supposed to be the patron of our public health facilities, with all the attendant problems, for instance, Honorable Speaker, Kenyatta National Hospital, a national referral facility, has had cases of shortages of blood, test reagents, medicines, even patient food at times, Honorable Speaker. Recurrent problems about failures of critical equipment, including CT scans, dialysis machines. As we speak, the radiotherapy machine has been out of service for 3 months. Speaker, the person who's supposed to be the patron of Kenyatta has run away from Kenyatta and is now using police to take over Nairobi Hospital. He's telling us he's a patron of a private hospital. I am asking myself very many questions, Honorable Speaker. How is it possible for a head of state, a national government, to take over a private facility? So the questions that have been raised by Honorable Hamida require very serious answers, Honorable Speaker. If you are telling us that you are the patron of all these important private businesses, I remember there were businesses like Nakumat here. They collapsed, Honorable Speaker. And we never saw police being sent into, Nakumat to be able to take over the affairs of Nakumat. In fact, even at Kenyatta itself, with all these problems that we've listed, Honorable Speaker, when was the last time you had the board of Kenyatta being arrested and taken to court? And the most annoying thing, Honorable Speaker, is that if you look at the membership of that board, these are old men, people with the proper professional records, senior doctors in this country. They are arrested over the weekend, Honorable Speaker. And the president himself confirms that he's the one who sent the police. Speaker, when President Ruto was campaigning, he told us that the era of the use of state security agencies to intimidate and to harass people would be a thing of the past. When he stands up and confirms his mambo ni matatu philosophy in handling of private disputes, we have a reason to worry. Which is why we continue to urge that, Honorable Speaker, this country can never be about shiny things. You are building as a railway. It is ours anyway. It is our money. But you are arresting 80-year-old doctors to take over a private facility. Na yako imekushinda. The national referral hospitals, such as Kenyatta and Moi in Eldoret, Honorable Speaker, are in dire conditions. When will the board of Kenyatta ever be arrested, Honorable Speaker, for these critical failures? We have queues at Kenyatta. People are sleeping on the floors. There are no wards. And then you go and tell us that you are the patron of a private facility and therefore you are going to take over it. These are the issues, Honorable Speaker, that point us to misplaced priorities and the fact that this government has totally lost its way. Speaker, as bandits run around Marsabit and the other countries, do you know there were 2 police land cruisers which were sent to Narok town to disrupt a political rally by elected members of this house, including myself and Senator Osotsi. As the bandits run around there, in those areas I've mentioned, Honorable Speaker, would you believe it that if you pass outside Dari restaurant, Tuju's restaurant on Ngong Road, there are 4 police land cruisers permanently stationed there for the past 1 week. Murkomen, surely, as a former member of this house, we expect, especially from the younger leadership, that we will be able to demonstrate that we can run a country. Speaker, what is happening in this country is unacceptable. And we want all Kenyans to know that don't be deceived by those shiny things like railways and stadiums. We need to put in place a government that will put the safety and well-being of all individual Kenyans ahead of everything else. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Senators, we are going to spend only 20 minutes on comments of statements. And I see a lot of names on the dashboard. So I would ask the following, the senators that are going to speak for not more than 3 minutes. Senator Boni Kalwale.